We're doing ham start to finish, from the cure to the smoke, right here. Let's start out by talking cuts, guys. This is what's called a steamship of ham. Looks a lot different than these two guys, which is probably what you're used to seeing. When you put both of them together like this, and you have a ham steak in it, those are what makes that whole. Usually you're used to buying these like this, already cooked. All you have to do is heat them back up and glaze them for Christmas. Well, if you have your smoker at home, why not just cook one? And I'm going overboard for sure, just for the video, you know? I'm doing the big one, the best one, the most hardcore badass one you can do at home. But whether you do a smaller one or a bigger one, I'll show you how to do the curing process and smoke it. So this is gonna end up being in our cure. I already have this mixed up. It's basically pickling spice, salt, curing salt, brown sugar, maple extract, molasses, all together. Links in the description below on how to make it. The number one key is following the instructions on your curing salt packages for how much your ham weighs. Because depending on how much it weighs is how much water you have, and depending on how much water you have is how much curing salt you're gonna put into. The idea is when you take the ham, it has to be able to be submerged. It's about 24 pounds. So that's gonna be 13 days in this cure inside the fridge until we can take it out, rinse it off, and smoke it. So this is our ham that we've had in the cure for about 13 days now. It was a 24-pound ham after I trimmed it, so that was the amount of time for the cure. Let's take it out, and I'll show it to you guys. You see all those lovely herbs on it, the bay leaves. I'm just gonna run my hand across it and get a lot of this residual liquid off, but I want the herbs to kind of stay on there. That's gonna be a bit of my seasoning. If you wanted to, you could take this ham out and set it in water, or wash it and just set it in the fridge for another day, and that'll help reduce the saltiness. But it's a huge ham, and I don't mind it being a little bit saltier, so we'll just get this off of there, we'll pat it dry. I'm gonna score this side all the way around, and then cook it this side up. That way when I carve it, you can tell that this is the flat side from the inside. I'll hold it like this, and you'll be able to carve it like that on the table. Turn it, carve it here, turn it, carve it here. So let's score it and throw it in. Now you just want to run your blade across the top, let the blade do the work. You don't want to push it too deep into the meat. And I'm going about an inch, 3/4 of an inch to an inch, all the way around. And we'll just curve it. Just nice slow cuts. Dragging it against the skin to let the knife do the work. It's gonna allow the outside to kind of crisp up a little bit better because it's gonna create more surface area. I'm not gonna add any extra salt to it. I feel like it's gonna be too salty if I do. I'm just gonna throw it on the grill like this. You wanted to hit it with a little bit of rubber spice, you could. I don't feel like it needs it because when it's almost done, we're gonna come back with the glaze. 425 for like half an hour to really sear the outside. And then we're gonna turn it down to somewhere between 200 and 250 until the internal temperature is gonna be 155. Today we're gonna make a maple Dijon glaze with a Dijon mustard and maple syrup base. I'm gonna throw a little bit of cayenne pepper in there, some fresh herbs, and I'm gonna go with cloves because I think cloves are really great on ham. Okay, we're gonna do about a cup of maple syrup as a base. I always shoot for the pure, always pure maple syrup. The darker the better usually. We're gonna add a cup of Dijon mustard, teaspoon of ground clove, about 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. I'm not measuring this, I'm eyeballing it using my hand so I can just break it up a little bit easier. About 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, maybe a little bit more. I like more. And then I'm gonna go with about a sprig, maybe a sprig and a half of fresh rosemary. So I'm gonna go with maybe 1/4 of a bunch of fresh thyme, and then I'm just gonna slice it all up. We'll just throw that in, give it a whisk. I mean, a little bit more vinegar and this would be a solid salad dressing too. The ham is up to 150 degrees. I'm gonna open it up. Let's take a look at it and start glazing it. Every 5 to 6 minutes, I'm gonna come back and glaze it again for about 20 minutes until I'm ready to pull it off. All right, this has been glazing for about 25 minutes now. It's at 155. Let's pull it out and let it rest. I'm actually baffled right now at how cool this looks. It looks absolutely amazing. There are all these little trenches and nooks and crannies of it, just like the internal temperature is still hot, so it's still bubbling. And I should let it rest a lot longer, but we have to cut it for the video, so we're gonna do it. Look at that. Like, how perfect is that? Oh my God. No, everybody just come taste it on camera right now. Come on, come taste it. Over here, taste this. That's so good. That's ridiculous. That's, here, try it.
But that's not ham. What that is, give me one more.
This is literally the best ham I've ever had and probably will ever have again. Ever. Until I make this recipe again. So, the links are in the description below. Check out this ham recipe and give it a go. I need more than what was in. Whoa. Okay, now we'll go.